OK。ラッセルさん。You can oh my gosh. Wait, I can't hear you. Why?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, okay.
Oh my gosh. Do you have a glass ready? Because I.
おはようございます。
おはようございます。
本日はよろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。宮城幸子です。ごめんなさい。名前書いてないですね。書きます。
スピーカーをちょっと。
Rename myself. Okay. Tipsy Sachiko. All right, Russell. Congratulations. You're American now. Sorry.
Not quite. Not quite. I have to get sworn in first. But...
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, cheers.
Anyway, kanpai.
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 かずみさんも乾杯。お疲れ様です。お疲れです。かずみさんもビデオオンでもいいです。そうですね。私の隣の方がいいかもしれない。
もしもし。
もしもし。
幸子さん。
すみません、ちょっと飲んでるのを見られました。お世話になっております。宮城幸子です。
はじめまして、飲んでます。
もうすでに、はい、ハルシカで乾杯しております。どうぞよろしくお願いします。はるこさんかな。みっちゃんこと、マーケティングの担当のみっちゃんしか言えない。ミミことみっちゃんがこれやってくれると、すごくなんか音楽とか流れてるんですね、この15分とか。私やり方わかんないんでごめんなさい。コネリアスさんをミュートします。かすみさんもミュートしちゃおうかな。ミュートできますか、自分で。あれミュートし、まだコネクティングオーディオになってますね、かすみさん。My cheeks start to get more red, especially, I've been tasting as a taste assessment, but I haven't been drinking, so.
Understand. That's what water's for.
Yeah, it is. Oh my gosh, my water's empty already, so. Can you guys tell where Harushika, like it's all in kanji, but you can see because they've made it clear with like Harushika is, Shika is deer, so they have the deer behind them, and then Ohyama's yama is mountain, so Ohyama-san's, logo has a mountain. So
スピーカーの調子が悪くて今直しましたので。
そうですか。そちらに私たちは聞こえますか？
聞こえております。本日はよろしくお願いします。
お願いします。宮城幸子と申します。まずはハルシカでちょっと一杯もうやってます。
ありがとうございます。本日加藤義孝と加藤義明と、あともう一人、当時の志田が参りますけれども、9時くらいに志田が到着しまして、ちょっと遅れるかもしれませんけれども、ご了承いただければと思います。
ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。よろしくお願いします。
義孝様と義明様は、いとこ同士だと聞いたんですけど、はい。
そうです。
そうなんですね。
はい。どこになります。
トンさん、how are you?
I'm good. How are you? How's everyone?
Good. Do you have a glass?
Yes, yes, definitely. Yeah.
All right, I mean, it's 4:50. Cheers to you. Oh, that's a beautiful glass.
加藤さん元気ですか？
ああ、どうも。おはようございます。
ご無沙汰してます。
ご無沙汰します。今日はよろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
こちらこそ。
Sorry, I muted myself. I don't know if I know John Silvertooth, but I used to live in Long Beach until last year. I love it there.
Hello.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I have a glass in my hand of Harushika and, you know.
I have a glass. I just didn't know if we were going to be drinking anything in particular, so I figured I'd wait and see what we were opening first.
Ooh, what are your choices?
I've got all kinds of things.
Yeah.
I'm president of the Long Beach Homebrewers, so you see I've got like 10 taps of beer behind me and 4 taps of soda, and then I've made sake recently, and then
You did?
I did. It was a fun
That's
process. It took about 3
amazing.
months to make good sake, but you know,
Gosh.
I did it 2 ways. One, I got some rice from Sake One up in Oregon that was already polished, and the other one, I got a rice polisher from Japan. Had to get a
The little
power
one?
to run it, and then yeah, at like what 4 go or 6 go, whatever it would do.
Yeah,
at a
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It took forever running it, milling it. It took like 6 runs.
You know, my mom actually has one of those.
I think they're made to like
ジョンさんは
convert brown rice into eating rice. I used it to take the already white rice and mill it down to about 50-60%.
Yeah, that's
polishing ratio.
crazy. 今私が話してるジョン・シルバー・スミスさんは、LA から、海の方に行ったロングビーチっていう、まあ、港がちょうどお酒が乗ってる100隻の船が並んでるところです。そこの、ビール会社でビールを醸造してるプレジデント、社長さんなんですね。で、日本酒最近作られたらしくて、こちらで60% の精米具合のお酒をまず米を買って作って3ヶ月かけて作ってでその後は精米機を買って多分家庭用の小さいやつですけど普通だったら玄米からその半米ぐらいまでにするためだけなんですけどその 60%、50% ぐらいまで時間かけてやってお酒作ってるみたいです。
面白いですね。
すごいですよね。みんな結構こっちではもちろん日本で So in Japan, you know, beer brewing, like home brewing is illegal. So brewing is for the professionals. You can't even buy yeast, you know, sake yeast unless you have a license. So it's not as available, you know, and you can't make sake at home in Japan. So it's really fun to hear people making sake in the US.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing is it was hard to find information to do it. So I did a whole slide presentation of Google Slides for my homebrew club. I'm president of a local club here that about 120 members. So we did the whole thing where I went through the whole process.
That's crazy. That's really cool.
It was fun.
なんかやっぱり日本酒作るのってリソースが足りないんですよね。で、なんか120人ぐらいいるコミュニティでお酒の作り方とかをみんなでなんか知ってることをシェアしながら一生懸命情報を集めて
I love to listen to Japanese. I have no
らしいんですけど。All right, we are approaching our times, and in a few minutes I'll just start making announcements, and then we will kanpai. I mean, although, okay, Kazumi and I and Russell and I think Ton-san, we already started.
There we go.
Nice.
So I canned it because that's the classiest way to package sake, I guess.
That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of sparkling sake being made. You know, there's probably like at least five breweries in California. No, not California, like you know, Southern California. There's one in San Diego, and oh, Tonsan and Jonsan have like a very similar glass. Very nice.
That's I think it's just a white wine glass.
It is. It looks like a sparkling wine glass or something.
It might be right. I wonder if it's a Prosecco glass. It might be. I
Yeah.
mix it up sometimes.
Have you tried sparkling sake?
I have. They're
Okay.
nice too.
I love it too.
I made one.
Awesome. Hi, William's iPad, which is not William, it's someone else.
I don't know.
Can you see us? Hi, Olivia. Is it Olivia that's behind? Oh, you have to unmute yourself.
No, that's my granddaughter.
Oh no, it got muted again.
Okay. No, Olivia is my granddaughter who, when comes to my house, decides to change the computer.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Olivia's grandma. So if you haven't already figured out, we have some special guests from the breweries themselves in Japan. One of them called Ohyama. So Yama means mountain. So you can see the mountain logo behind them. So even though you want to hear the banter. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Even though you can't see, you read their name because it's very, very long, and they have 3 people joining us. Now we have Toji-san, which is the brewmaster who joined us.
こんにちは、はじめまして。
はじめまして、ありがとうございます。
白木よしです。当時しております。
どうぞよろしくお願いします。ティプシーの幸子です。
はじめまして。
I have beautiful Tomizu. This is a different version. The seasonal as a sample. Since it's beautiful, I just got here today. And it has a little nice like neck label, you know, because they've won awards. It's a very highly prized one. Of course, Harushika has won a lot of awards as well. I'm just going to start my announcements just because that's on the agenda. Right? Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
All right. So this is Tipsy. Welcome. You're in the right place. You don't have an exam or anything afterwards, which is good. I hope. Hi. Agenda になっている. Ah, hi. I have Kazumi-san checking on me to make sure I'm doing my job, you know, while I'm drinking. Just kidding. Okay. Let's see. So we have this. I'm just going to make very quick announcements before we approach 5 p.m. In Pacific time. Hello, everyone. My name is Sachiko. I work for Tipsy. Obviously, I guess you know that because you are either a member or you've purchased Harushika or Ohyama to be here. And we also have Kazumi, who's hiding behind the scenes. She's our product team member, and she's shy, so she'll come and say hi. But did you know about this subscription? So how many of you on the screen that it can show of hands, how many people have the subscription? All right.
My video is not working, but my hand's raised.
Pretty much everyone. Hi, Brad.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Good to see you again. So if you're a member, you have these virtual tasting videos. Don't know who's in those, but hey. Oh, we have a lot of people in the waiting room, so I'm gonna make sure I admit everyone first. Yeah, I don't know this lady that's doing this tasting videos, but I think she might know what she's talking about because she chooses them. Chooses the sake and gets to have meetings with the brewers and yeah. And I see a lot of faces here. Hi, everyone. We're just going through the basics here. Sachiko-sanもいらっしゃいます。
Mixed rice, with different.
All right. Bear with me as I try to mute people and Timothy Sullivan. Of course, we are joined by some Sake Samurai as well, who is also a subscriber. Hi, Ben. Thanks for joining us. Hey. All right. So I just was going over our membership and that you have these benefits. Like now we have membership pricing, so it's a little bit I don't know, friendly pricing, and you have free shipping whether you order one or many. So somebody is buzzing and trying to am I buzzing? ごめんなさい。ミュートしてみます。皆さんを。Yeah, sorry, Harushika-san was buzzing a little bit. I don't know why, but let me go back to the slides really quick. And so you have free shipping.
There's
whether
the sake
you,
thing.
The sake thing? Yeah, it is the sake thing. It is the sake thing, Robert. Okay. So free shipping, whether you order 1 or 5 or 10 bottles. Normally it's only free shipping if you order more than 6. And then, let's see, sorry, I'm going back and forth. All right, we will get to the kanpai portion, I swear. And I want to thank you for joining today. We have special 6 people from the brewery side joining us. So we'd love it if you can keep your camera on so we can see your faces. This is like a really unique time where the brewers get to see the faces of people that are drinking it in America. So we love that you have your camera on. Thank you. And I have about like 12 minutes at the end for questions. So of course you can put questions in the chat and ask us, but we do have some time at the end as well. And be kanpai ready. I'm already kanpai-ing, so be kanpai ready, okay? We're gonna do a little group photo very soon. So, and I muted everybody, but please feel free to unmute yourself and speak. This is, I don't wanna just talk to myself the whole time. So, any questions? Are we good?
Sachiko, I have a question. Is there anybody actually here from Harushika Brewery?
Yes, of course.
We're drinking out of our glasses that we got on our last trip there. We love that brewery.
Oh, that's adorable. Harushika-san, すいません、アンミュートできますか? So you're John and the lovely lady next to you.
I'm his mother, Cindy.
My mom, Cindy, and it's her birthday today.
It's Cindy-san's birthday today. Cindy-san, お母様の誕生日らしいんですけど、John さんと Cindy-san, have you both been to Harushika?
We have.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, multiple times.
Wow. お二人ともHarushikaに訪問したことがあって、何回も訪問したことがあって、で今もちろんHarushikaで乾杯しているようです。すみません、アンミュートをして吉田さんの方で。アンミュートしてもらってよろしいですよ。
I'm very happy that Tipsy started carrying their sake.
Oh my gosh, I'm really happy too. We're having.
Any chance we might be able to get the Daiginjo?
Oh, let's work on it. Yeah, I'd love to have all of our lineup that's available. So
that would be wonderful.
大吟醸入れてくれって言われちゃったんで。オーディオが聞こえるかな？聞こえますか？聞こえてます。はい。はい。
ありがとうございます。
はい。I believe we have the president from Harushika, so I'll do introductions in just a second. Oh, guest introductions. So let's get on to guest introductions. I'm going to pin you. すみません、はるしかさんをピンさせていただきます。はい。なりましたか？Stop. Stop sharing. Mr. Mind of doing all this, but she is on a well-deserved vacation visiting Osaka. She'll be back next week. And I'm gonna pin Harushika-san.
You can't do the
So if
video.
you do a speaker view, you can pin them. I hope you know that. はい。では、紹介を簡単にさせていただきます。今西西米商店から今西清隆様、プレジデント。That's the president of Harushika, you guys. First time meeting him, I'm kind of nervous. Everybody show your bottle if you have it.
Yeah.
Awesome. And in the middle, right in front of the deer is Yoshida-san. Yoshida-san, お世話になっております。You may recognize him from the video. 聞こえますか？はい。ありがとうございます。So he has a famous quote for us. I'll share that for you later. But Maho, who does our video, and myself, when we had a meeting with them, we were so inspired by Yoshida-san. We really wanted to do this live event with them. So Yoshida-san が Tipsy でミーティングをしてくれたときに、ビデオ担当の真帆と私はすごく感動して、ライブイベントがあるときは、ぜひ吉田さんの声をまた聞きたいなって思って、今回、こんなイベントになりました。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。And 春子深瀬様。よろしくお願いします。お願いします。お願いします。She's someone that you might see if you go to Nara and visit their shop. So she's like, you know, the face of the company. Good.
Maybe I've met Johnson before. I don't know, but.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if John and Cindy recognize her. She's wondering if she was there when you visited.
So the last time we were there was probably.
When was that?
Well, we lived in Kyoto at the first time we were. That was 10 years ago.
Oh, last time I was here.
It was a while ago. You didn't introduce your wife, Monica. Monica, come here. You must meet them.
No, that's okay.
She's busy.
奥様のモニカ様も裏の方
She's
にいら
over
っしゃ
there
る。
with her sake, yeah. But I have to say that was my first experience of really tasting fine sake, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful time.
Oh.
So you guys are welcome again.
And
Thank you. We hope to be there soon.
Definitely.
素晴らしいです。あ
thank
りが
you.
とうございます。彼らにとってやっぱり日本酒で一番最初のこのオーセンティックな美味しい日本酒をいただいたのがハルシカだったということです。ありがとうございます。では大山さんの方に行きます。ちょっとピンさせていただきます。Okay. If you were able to guess who the next person I'm going to introduce is, it's Ohyama, like I said, with the mountain logo behind them, which is, oh, sorry, I'm going to mute Harushika-san. はい、加藤かはちろう様の方からありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。So on our very right is Kiyoshi Shida sama, which is the brewmaster. よろしくお願いします。So Tomizu basically is brewed by him under his supervision. りがとうございます。こちらもですよね。こちらの、ごく限定品っていう方も、当時様はお一人で、ね。よろしくお願いします。And then the next two people next to them are in the Kato family that own the brewery and they're cousins. And in the middle is Yoshitaka Kato 様。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。And next to him is Yoshiaki Kato 様。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。I'm going to ask you a question about your roles. 吉高様と吉明様の会社でのその立ち位置の違いは何ですか？
はい、私が製造ですとか瓶詰めの、そういった計画ですとか、あとはそうですね、新商品の開発、等々、その作りに、関わる担当をしております。
商品開発とか瓶詰めっていう。
そうですね、瓶詰め計画ですとか、製造計画、醸造計画、そういったものを全般担当しております。
So Yoshitaka-san handles the production side, including new products and kind of the logistics of bottling and things like that. そして、吉明様は
主にラベルとか、あと総務ですよね、人事とか、なんて言ったら、会社の中の人の働く、ことの総務経理とか。
経理。He's more like a manager that controls everything about the business side, I think. That's the difference. Okay, I've taken a little bit too long perhaps for introductions, but let's go to the kanpai because nobody should be waiting to open a bottle. All right, you have your glass ready, everyone? Kazumi-san's gonna take a screenshot, so we gotta put our best face forward. Hold your favorite bottle. I don't know, it's hard to. Here, I'm gonna try to put both. Okay, I'll just hold my glass because I don't want to drop anything. Oh, but you know, Ben Hassler, he has it down. He has it
That's right,
down.
like the Spider-Man.
I know, he has it down. All right, cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Itadakimasu. All right, we're a little bit behind schedule, but I'll catch up. No worries. I had the Harushika, and you're welcome to chat and tell us like where you're from, which is what Sake Samurai Timothy Sullivan does sometimes in his classes. I learned that there. And yeah, everybody from all over the place. 東海岸の方のお客様とかいらっしゃいますね。And we have a doggy joining us from Winged Pup Productions.
Yeah, sorry, I have my work name still on. I'm Laura, and this is Goose. She wants to join all of my Zooms.
It's a unique opportunity. We're happy to have both of you. All right, so now that the copy is done, I'm gonna go back to my screen.
You kind of broke up there.
I did?
Have you breaking up a bit here and there?
What?
Oh, you're good now.
Now it's better.
All right, sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
So we also have Louie Ann, who is our writer, one of our writers. She's in the DC area. Hi, Louie Ann, good to see you.
Hi, Satako. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Great to see you all.
Yeah, thanks for writing the beautiful blogs for us all the time. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through really quick of what the March Sake Box looked like. We had 6 products that I was pretty happy to have in the lineup. A lot of them turned out to be of the same school, like Nabutoji, I think. But of course, every single one was very unique. And I loved learning about the stories myself. I hope you enjoyed it too. We have the Himezen, which is the plum sake too. So I hope you enjoyed that. And just to talk briefly about Imanishi Seibei Shoten, it's called, their brand is called Harushika, and Haru is spring and Shika is deer. The deer motif has a deep meaning in Nara and also in sake making too. They have this folklore or a story about the deers bringing the gods to that area. Of course, if you go to Nara Park, which is really close by, a huge tourist spot, and you'll see a lot of gaijin, which is non-Japanese people there, and you'll see a lot of deer. And they are walking distance from there. So please do stop by if you get a chance. Another unique thing about Nara is it's called the birth of the sake, birthplace of sake. So of course, you know, when you talk about tradition, you kind of can't go any deeper than that. Oops, sorry. So I am going to ask questions to Harushika, and you can chime in for any questions as well while I admit people and unshare my screen. Oops. Stop sharing so we can see our faces. I'm going to pin Harushika-san again.
Inshallah.
Yes. Any burning questions for us? ですね、社長さんに私は聞きたいです。はい。はい。いつも美味しいハルシカの提供ありがとうございます。
こちらこそお世話になっております。
What is your main goal about getting your sake out to the US? 日本ではその、奈良公園の横にいらっしゃるので、いろんな外人さんが行かれると思うんですけど、そこでとどまらずに、その海外まで日本酒を出そうって思ったのは、どうしてですか？
多分私どもそれから今回出てこられる大山さんも同じ時期にですね、アメリカの方に一緒に行かさせていただいて、まあ、海外にその時代というのは約30年以上前なんですけども、まだ日本酒っていうのがあまりその今のようなそのものが、全然行ってない時代でしたので、まあ、新たなところを開拓をするということと、それからあとは、一部、その時はですね、そのアメリカで、酒蔵を建てるということをさせていただいて、合弁で作って、それでそこで現地のお米でお酒作りもしようというようないろんな試みのために、30年前にさせていただいたというのが一番最初の経緯ですね。アメリカだけじゃなくて、他の国に関しても少しずつ始まっていったということになっています。
Oh, so I asked the question of why did they not stop at, you know, having all these tourists visit them and enjoying their sake? Why did they feel the need to spread like export their sake overseas? And he said this is a kind of a humble beginning that started 30 years ago. While there were only a selected few breweries that were exporting to the US. So this is 30 years ago, before, you know, probably still called sake and not sake, and not as many like sushi restaurants all over the United States. But they just felt like it was an important thing, including also he mentioned something about making sake overseas. So I'm going to ask him more about that because I think that's really interesting. アメリカでこちらですみません、私勉強不足で大変申し訳ないんですけれども、アメリカで作られていたんですか？
はい。アメリカでハルシカをということじゃなくて、皆さんと大山さんも一緒になって一つの会社を作って、それでアメリカではアメリカだけの独自の酒ですね。 ハルシカとか大山ではなくて、要は、今もあるのかな。カリフォルニアキーポンという酒だったんですね。
キーポン。
カリフォルニアキーポンという名前の、カリフォルニアキーポンという名前のお酒を、ロサンゼルスの郊外で、作っていたんですね。
マジですか信じられないです。私、私もシアトルの酒蔵でちょっとアルバイトして、酒蔵仲間多いんですよ。それ30年前ですか？
はい。
90年代。
超えたと思います。はい。今は別の酒蔵さんがそれを全部引き受けていただいて、それで作っておられるのではないかなというふうに思いますが、名前はちょっと今わかりません。もしかしたら、違う名前になってるかもわかりませんけども、当時はカリフォルニアキーポンです。
Wow. Okay. So you guys, I didn't know this. I knew a little bit about Harushika and Ohyama having a friendship because the president to be of Ohyama did an internship. You know, their first place that he learned how to make sake was Harushika, I found out. And so they have this relationship, and when you try it too, and these awards that they get about it being, they get awards while it's hot, for hot sake, and they get awards for when it's cold sake. So I thought that was really interesting. They have commonalities, but they're in totally different places in Japan. So that was really interesting. He told me that together with Kato Kahachiro, which is the name of the brewery for Ohyama brand, together they created a company 30 some years ago in Los Angeles. That's kind of where I live, making sake. And this is like new information. I'm a super like sake geek, and especially when it comes to making sake in America. So this is new information, and I'm just like flabbergasted. He doesn't know what the name of this brewery might be that exists right now, or maybe it's gone. He says it's somewhere outside of LA, but I gotta ask around and figure it out. 30 some years ago. I'm gonna poke this around a lot. All right, that was really interesting. ありがとうございます。私多分メールで吉田さんに聞きたいこととか書いてたと思うんですけど、ちょっとなんか自分でちょっと忘れ気味です。忘れ気味になってきました。
フリートークでいいんじゃないですか？
フリートーク。All right, so we had this email back and forth saying like what we were going to talk about, and I had a question for Yoshida-san. I was like, I think I'm going to talk about this, and this is, when I didn't realize 3 people from each brewery was coming, so I'm starting to forget. It might be the sake might be helping, but he's so kind, and I want you to know, I want to introduce you to Yoshida-san. He had this amazing quote about vessels and sake. And I just want you to know that our tipsy staff, Maho, I think she's here. Maho and I were so inspired. We think it's really cool about vessels. 手記の話を吉田さんがしてくれて、いや、手記も味のうちですからねとか、手記だったか器も味のうちですからねって言われたのに、なんかティプシーのマホはもうズキュンうぎゃーってやられて、で私もなんかいいことを言うってでなんかちょっとティプシーのみんな社内でちょっと話題になっていて、そのなんか名言を使わせていただきたいなってすごく思ってます。
どうぞどうぞ、どんどん使ってくだ
さい。So yeah, so he said something to the point of how vessels are part of the sake flavor, and Maho and I were like, wow, like we knew that was a thing, but hearing it from him as if it's normal thing, it's like saying like, I don't know, like salt and pepper is so important for food or something. I don't know, like we were just really, really touched by his demeanor and kind of welcomingness, and I'm sure if you go to the store you can see this friendly face now. And yeah, that's it. Those are my questions. So if you have any questions, I see a little bit of questions on the chat, like how do you use 境界工房なんか境界工房をどういうふうに使うんですかみたいなすごいマニアックな質問も入ってきてますけど、それはちょっと最後の方に、
はい、
さらっと答えたいと思います。はい、ありがとうございます。Alright, thank you, はるしかさん。あと、はるこさんから何か一言とか質問とかありますか？
そうですね。So, please come visit us when the COVID are totally over.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, so everybody has a friendly face. 毎日働いてるんですか、はるこさんは？
はい。
Oh, she works there every day. So
Yes.
almost every day. So if you go there, you are going to be sure to see her. お疲れ様です。行きたいと思っているので、どうぞよろしくお願いします。Okay, so I'm going to go back to my presentation. And that was Harushika, everyone. And I want to talk about Kato Kahachiro Brewing Company. So that's a long name, but it's because they have some lineage to, official samurai people. And buzzing now. Can everybody?
You're breaking up again. Hearing the buzzing.
Yeah, that's real bad.
Harushika's buzzing again.
Sorry.
Try muting yourself and then unmuting yourself.
Yeah, can you mute? Oh, myself, like me? Sachiko needs to do this?
I think it's Harushika.
Harushika-san, mute shimasu. Thank you.
There you go. I think everybody can mute and then unmute. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Zoom stuff.
Way too
All right.
Zoom.
So I have a different glass for, I know it's not a Jinmai, but I have a different glass, so I'm gonna have Kazumi-san for me. Ohyama Tomizu. I hear this is a sensational debut. 自分です。ありがとうございます。どうぞ飲んでください。乾杯です、皆さん。お疲れ様です。乾杯 to everyone with Toyama this time for me. Ohyama, sorry. Ohyama Tomizu. I combined those two. All right, so let's talk about the brewery. They are in Yamagata. Do you know where Yamagata is? It's north. It's way north, and then it's west. So it kind of faces the Sea of Japan. They get a lot of snow. It's really mountainous. They do have geographical indication, just like Champagne or Scotch. They were, in fact, the first prefecture to do that. So everybody's really friendly, which I think is really cool. I recently learned there's like four breweries within like 5-minute walking distance, but still kind of like different water source. And they are of a samurai descent. That's why they have such official names. Very cool, I think. And Tomizu is the name for their product that has a specific ratio that's kind of like a old school recipe that uses less water ratio, so or more rice, so it's harder to mix. It's like, this fermenting mash is like like you have to, I don't think that hand movement was appropriate, but that was just, you know what I mean. It's just that, yeah, you got it. Okay, good, we got it. So that is Tomizu, you guys. Sorry, I have to remember that it's recorded sometimes, but hey, we can always cut it.
Yeah, we're drinking. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you for being understanding. So I'm gonna start posing questions to Kato Kahachiro no minasama. 質問していきたいと思います。Okay, so they haven't seen this, but where is they haven't seen it, but you guys have seen the product cards. Sorry, I can't find it right now. すみません、プロダクトカード、どこに行ったんですかね。ありがとうございます。あ、嘘です。ありました。Ah, thank you, Russell. All right. So this is our product card. It has like seimai buai, which is, you know, rice polishing ratio. And then they have these beautiful photos of shimenawa and things like that. And it has, okay, have you also noticed that the recommended temperature is everything? So this is delicious, hot, lukewarm, you know, chilled, over ice, anything. この温度帯が全てっていうのはあまりないかもしれないです。でも、ハルシカさん同様、熱燗でも、金賞をもらっていたり、ワイングラスでも美味しいという、もう本当、いろんなものに合うっていうのが、素晴らしいと思います。それはやっぱりこういうのを作りたいって思って、そういうふうに作られたんですよね。
はい、そうです。究極の食中酒といいますか、本当お食事と一緒に合わせて、飲んでいただいて、美味しいと感じていただけるような、そういったお酒を目指して、この富水という、お酒を作りましたので、いろんなコンテストで、冷やして、審査していただくコンテストでも、最高金賞をいただいたり、あと、おかんのコンテストでも最高金賞をいただいたり、おかげさまでそういった高い評価をいただいていることを大変嬉しく思っております。
Awesome. So it's on purpose. It's not an accident that you have, you know, hot and over ice and everything in between that's recommended. They specifically wanted something that pairs really well. And thankfully, they say they've been awarded, you know, the top award for both hot and for cold sake. And then I don't know if anybody noticed, I only, you know, I took all the classes that I can think of in English about sake, but it's pretty recent that I learned about this brewery and their uniqueness. 麹のゆりかごとか、タンクが勝手に攪拌されるデザインとかしてますけど、そこでしか使用されていなくて、で、例えば、麹のゆりかごというその KOS 使うと、どういうふうな味になるのかが聞きたいです。
OS タンク、自社開発した発酵タンクは、今からですね、50数年前に自社開発いたしました。1972年になりますかね。で、弊社のその発酵タンク、OS タンク1号機裏にありますけども、それで作った大吟醸が、国内のコンテスト、鑑評会で金賞いただいたということで、全国の蔵元が、OS タンクを見学に来ていただいて、今では、数十社の蔵元さんでお使いいただいている発酵タンクであります。あと、精肉装置の KOS も、1978年、ごめんなさい、72年ですかね。72年、78年あたりに、自社開発した、精肉装置になるんですけども、こちら、麹のゆりかごと我々呼んでおりますけども、やはり、丸2日かけて作る麹を、本当子供を育てるような、赤ちゃんを育てていくような、そういった手厚い、なんですかね、手当てをしながら、もう目を、配らせて、で、そういった繊細な、精肉を、ができる、そういった装置ということで、自社開発させていただきました。こちらも全国の数十社の蔵元さんで、今現在は使っていただいている、精肉装置になります。
そうだったんですね。
はい、そうなんです。
Okay, so I'm gonna get a little geeky after I take a sip because I just saw John Silvertooth just take like a gulp. But to get a little geeky on you, they invented this thing called the OS tank, and it has a round bottom. So when the fermentation tank is doing this fermentation, instead of like putting the stick and mixing it all the time, it naturally ferments and mixes it itself. And they made this daiginjo, a competition grade daiginjo with that, and won top prize basically. And all these different breweries came to visit and to take a look at their invention. So it's not just there that's using this OS tank. I thought it was. I was mistaken. I'm sorry, you guys. But now, Junankura, so about, over 10 breweries use it. They also have this like really cool invention called the KOS Koji. So Koji, if anybody's brewing or is geeky enough about sake, is like the heart of sake making. It's super labor intensive. It kind of affects everything. And they call it like the cradle, Koji cradle, but it's basically a mechanism that like, I think 手動ですよね、KOS って。
KOS は動力で動く部分もあります。
じゃあ、電気じゃなくて、こうやってなんかくるくるやって。
電気の力で。
電気の力なんですね。Okay, sorry. It is, they do use electricity, but it kind of like moves very slowly and they call it Koji cradle. So it's basically taking care of the Koji like a baby. And they want to baby it and baby it and baby it. And he says, I didn't know this, there's like 10 plus breweries that are also using that too, but they invented it in 1972. So it's, second generation at least, I would think, of people that are using it, which is kind of crazy. So I think that's really cool. はい。では私からの質問はこのぐらいにして、皆さんへの質問をいろいろいただいたので、そちらに行きたいと思います。They actually had a lot of questions for us. So I'm gonna try to cover those. First of all, how many people have been to, so how many people first have been to Japan? Show of hands. I can't see. I know many of you have. 何人ぐらいですかね? Okay, a lot of people. Yeah, so a lot of people have gone. But how many people have gone to Yamagata Prefecture? Oh, what? I've never been. Wait. So, Russell has been there and Olivia has been there. Olivia's grandparents have been there. And Walter says no.
Yeah, Olivia equals Peter plus Ann.
Peter and Ann. Okay, I'm gonna know this. Peter and Ann.
I've been to Yamagata many times because I had business there and took the Shinkansen there. Plus, I've skied there many times. They have fantastic snow for skiing.
スキーリゾートとかもあるんですか？
はい。
あるんです。
スキー場たくさんあります。
What kind of business did you do there?
Electronic materials, and we sold materials. We sold materials to companies like Toshiba, Hitachi, and some of their small Kyoto Electrics, etc. So I've been to Japan on business more than 50 times.
Wow, すごいです。日本には50回以上仕事関係で行ったことがあって、山形に行ったりしたのもその電動系のものお仕事をしてたからみたいです。すごいですね。Russell, you've probably went to Yamagata for sake, yeah? He's trying to unmute himself.
Oh, kind of. I went because I didn't. Well, I I was thinking about leaving Microsoft, and my boss said, "No, don't leave. Just take a long vacation." So I went in the summer, and I flew into Tokyo and then up to Hokkaido, and then came all the way through Tohoku, stopping on my way down, and visited Yamagata. I was on my way back down to Tokyo.
Did you ski?
No skiing.
No skiing.
Very warm. Yeah.
ラッセルさん今ニューメキシコの周りに何もないところに住んでるんですけど、狼とかいるところ住んでるんですけど、 ラッセルさんはシアトルのマイクロソフトで長いこと働いてた方なんですよ。で、そのマイクロソフトを辞めたいって言ったら、なんか、辞めないで、ちょっとじゃあ、とりあえず休暇取ってゆっくりしてきてって言われたときに、日本に東京に行って、北海道に行って、そこからまた、なんか、南に行って山形に行かれたらしいです。他にはいないかと思いますけど、これから行く人は出てくるかと思います。小山のお酒を飲みに。Alright. They said, please stop by. I see a lot of questions in the chat. I'm sorry I'm not able to get to them, but I'm going to finish these questions from them. And then I know we're pushing at 5:45. So we'll just do like a closing and then we'll just keep it open for people that want to hang around. Okay. So they have another question. So when you drink sake, do you determine what temperature you drink it at? And then do you change the temperature depending on what you are pairing it with or, you know, your situation for opening? Who has an answer for me? Travis? No, maybe.
Yes. Typically cold, but depending on flavor, sometimes it helps to warm it up to open up some flavors, I think. Not necessarily pairing, although we try to sometimes.
So default is chilled.
Yeah, I prefer it cold, or room temperature, but yeah, hot sake sometimes, like on a cold winter night, or you know, that's about it.
Awesome. Travis, what city are you in?
We're in Norwalk, Connecticut.
Oh, is it cold right now?
It's about 45. Spring's trying.
It's one of our warmer days. It was about 60 in the afternoon today.
Yeah. Do they have cherry blossoms there?
Not yet.
No, not yet. But the crocuses and daffodils and stuff like that are starting to come up.
Oh, that's cute. It's spring.
Yeah. Spring. It's trying really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been talking about and trying to plan a Japan trip for about a year. So we've never been. We're huge food people too. So
awesome.
we actually just came home from sushi right before this call. So
perfect. And are you drinking?
Yes.
Cheers. Nice.
Kanpai.
Kanpai.
Yeah, we're gonna kind of center our trip around eating and drinking sake.
Nice. トラビスさんは、東海岸のコネチカットといって、ちょっと気候的には日本に近いような四季がある。秋はちょっとなんか落ち葉が、なんか紅葉とかもあるようなところに住んでるんですけど、やっぱり、冷酒が主に多い。彼は個人的に冷酒が好き。と、あとは常温ぐらい。で、熱燗は冬の寒い時にちょっと考えるっていうくらいで、食べ物とのペアリングも考えたいけれども、そこまでちょっと頭が回らないかなみたいな感じです。Have any burning answers for their question about whether you think about, like, when you think about the different temperatures for sake and whether you change it depending on what you pair it with, things like that? I see a lot of
my experience has been my ex was Japanese American, and she insisted that hot sake was just cheap sake being pawned off on Americans in super bars as crappy sake. So only recently have I learned that hot sake is a thing that actually can be good. So I'm starting to embrace that and trying to explore that side of sake, which is fun. But that's my experience. I'll share it.
That's interesting.
My favorite standard.
カリフォルニアに住んでるジョンさんは元カノが結婚してたかどうかわかんないんですけど、元カノがジャパニーズアメリカンだったんで、 彼女は、
Save it, it's the chat.
sorry、熱燗は、なんか悪い、上等じゃないお酒だよって言われてたから、なんか冷酒で飲まない、冷酒のお酒が上等なお酒っていうような感じで習っていたみたいです。
Taking a good word to Japan.
Yeah.
はい、次の質問に行きます。ですね。
We're having a conversation in the chat about people who heat or don't heat sake, and somebody recommended this heater that's available on Amazon that's like $50. That's really interesting. I never heat sake because I similarly in like some sake sommelier training and whatever else was told that if you heat it, it dulls the flavor. But some people are saying that it brings out the umami. And who said that?
Heating it up will bring out the umami.
Yeah, so Tan said, I find it enhances the umami, which is fascinating. And so there, if anybody wants, there's an Amazon link in the chat for something to heat sake, because I find that the annoyance putting it in ceramic. No, I find the annoyance of putting it in ceramic and then putting it in a boiling thing with like the double boiler. It's just a pain in the ass. And then also I just like it cold, so I never do it. But this is an interesting thing that I have bought. Thank you, Amazon.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I'm grabbing one of those as well. Yeah.
Nice. I need to check it out. なんか今チャットで熱燗にするにはこの Amazon の商品がいいよっていう話があるみたいで、でなんかやっぱりローラさんも冷酒が好きだし、日本酒のクラスを取った時にクラスとかセミナーとかで冷酒は温めちゃいけないよっていうふうに言われてたので、なんか温めたらもったいないもんだと思ってたけど、今チャットで温めたら旨味が増して美味しかったりするよっていうコメントを見て、なんかちょっとこの Amazon のやつ$50で買ってみようと思って言ってました。
幸子さん。
はいはいはい。
私も幸子です。そしてお燗をつけるっていうのを温かくにするのちょっと難しいっていうんだったら、まあお子さんのいる方にはインファントミルクを必ずでしょ。あれと同じですよ。そんなに難しいもんではありません。
ぬるい感じ、ぬる感が美味しいですよっていうことですね。
Yeah, just like warming the milk for the babies. It's not difficult. And you know, you check it with here to make sure it's body temperature. That's all it is.
Yeah.
If you have a karakuchi, that not so sweet one, karakuchi is better with okan than that more milder sake. And of course, if you are really, really buying the cheap one, which is the only one available in the state liquor store here in New Hampshire, which is really, really end of the world in the United States, that you know. It's a local restaurant trying to promote Japanese food, especially sake pairing. And I've been going through Tipsy Sake, buying up everything I can think of, just about. And anyway, and that, you know, it's really fun to pick some sake and let it warm up from out of the refrigerator, cool, and then change really taste the change in the texture and the taste and everything else. There's so much you can do. You really don't have to spend the money to have warm the stuff. Same as warming babies formula.
すごいです。
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
Laura, you can put it on a mug and with hot water. It works too. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
ソンさん、みんなでその$50 Amazon で買わなくても熱燗にするのはぬる燗ですごい美味しいし、お金使わなくてもあったかくして美味しく日本酒飲む方法はたくさんありますよって東海岸に住んでる幸子さんがみんなにコーチングしてくれました。
素晴らしいです。
arigatou gozaimasu. I have one more question from them, but I'm going way over. So let me just go over the slides and close it so
None
that
of us
people
are
can
annoyed by your
go.
going way over.
Sorry. And then we can continue for whoever's needed. すいません。私すごい時間めっちゃオーバーしてて申し訳ないんですけど、まだもう一個質問ありますが、ちょっとスライドの方で終わらせて一旦終わらせてもらっていいですか？それでまた残れる方だけはまあ質問とか答えていこうと思います。Okay, I'm gonna share my slides again. Just because I want to give you like a super awesome preview for June Sake Box, which is pretty cool. All right. Okay, we're skipping this because we've already been asking questions. All right, I'm going to close this really quick. Thank you for joining. June Sake Box preview is this. This is the lineup. And do you know why there's like the person doing the toe thing on the right? Can anybody guess?
No.
No?
Moonwalk?
Yes. Who is that?
Travis.
Travis. What?
Oh, it's Michael Jackson.
Yes.
Oh,
Why
clearly.
do you think I have Michael Jackson on there?
Because he's the beer guy? Are you talking about that guy? Or are you talking about the singer guy who liked chimps and children?
That guy.
That guy, okay. He's a great dancer and singer. Absolutely.
The kid guy.
All right. I'll just tell you. This bottle, I won't tell you which bottle. Oh my gosh, I just spoiled it.
You're gonna ruin it.
Oh my God.
Spoiler
we have
alert.
proof of this. Michael
Dumbledore
Jackson
dies.
drank one of these sakes.
Is that a
Good for
benefit
Michael.
or a detriment?
Yeah, I was gonna.
What? In the
Singer
80s,
Michael Jackson or beer aficionado Michael Jackson? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know.
I think
the
it's
beer
just a
aficionado
coincidence.
Michael
Oh yeah,
Jackson
no, he wrote books. He brought craft
John,
beer to America.
Stop ruining my moment. This is
I'm sorry, okay, because I love that Michael Jackson.
This is different. 80s Michael Jackson. I swear he's wearing that red jacket from Thriller and drinking this sake, and we have it in the June sake box. It's crazy.
Which one?
Good.
Party on.
You have to find out. You have to find out by receiving it.
One
or
of them.
maybe if you bug me.
I'm gonna go with far right.
Yeah, I kind of gave it away, but there's another one that's enjoyed by the Emperor. So.
Well then, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That I want to know.
And then, can I show you like this one? Can you see my cursor?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
This one is really close to where Ohyama is. They're like 4 minutes by walk.
Awesome.
They're friends. And it's another amazing small brewery. Hi. Sumimasen. Thank you, everybody.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna close it for now, but keep the Zoom open. And if it's okay with everybody, I'm gonna ask you the question, one more question by Kato Kahachiro-san. And then also for Harushika-san, if you have any questions. And so we just go back to Q&A. I hope that's okay. All right, so last question by Kato-san is about the alcohol percentage. Oh, no. I had two questions, sorry. Alcohol percentage. How does everybody feel about the 15%-ish alcohol? Like that's one thing that they're trying to like do a lot of research on. Like, should it be stronger? Should it be lighter? And as you may already know, sake does typically put water in at the end to adjust the flavor. But he wants to know what the how you take the alcohol level, because it's different from any other beverage. It's a little higher than wine. It's, lower than spirits.
It's I don't know. I like it. I think it doesn't have the gum burn. And gum burn. You know, when you feel the burn on your gum, doesn't have that. So I think it's really nice. I think it's nicely balanced as well. And I like the acidity that gives the crispness rather than extra alcohol giving crispness. I think it tastes really good. I think both of them are really nicely set, very
They're very
balanced.
nice. And when I looked into sake and trying to balance mine and add in some sugar or add in some water to balance everything out to get where I want to be, the sake meter value really gets you in there, right? The sake meter value from dry to sweet, really in the wheelhouse. I don't think you need to worry about ABV level. I think ABV level is kind of like the side show, you know? If you get your sake meter value of your acidity and your dryness versus your sweetness, you're good to go.
Yeah, I would agree with John. 15%, it's you don't certainly the alcohol level is part of the pleasure of sake, but it's certainly not the end all and be all. It's the flavor of the beverage. And if you're enjoying it with friends, you really don't want something that will bring an end to the festivities through inebriation. 15% plus or minus, I think is perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I would say it would be a mistake for the sake producers to think about alcohol levels as important in their marketing or in their sales. What's important is what they produce in terms of aromas and flavors. If that takes 15%, if it takes 16%, if it takes 14%, we don't care and we're used to it. And many of the wines that are out there, although not as many as a few years ago, are already at 15% as well. So I don't think that should even be an issue for them. The issue is how well they produce what they make in terms of aromas, flavors, and matching.
I think Steve's spot on.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
加藤様のごめんなさい、1個質問スキップしちゃって間違えて最後の質問のそのアルコール度をどういうふうにみんなが捉えてるかっていう質問を、していたんですけど、15% でちょうどいいという、方たちがほとんどですね。で、アルコール度よりもその日本酒の良さっていうのは酸度とかなんか他の旨味とかのバランスだと思うのでっていうのと蒸留酒のようにあまり強くなっていっちゃうと、まあ、パーティーするにもそこまでなんか酔っ払わなくてもいいんじゃないかっていうなんかちょうど良いちょうど良い感じのアルコールだと思っているファンが多いそうです。私ちゃんとこの、質問の意図をちゃんと伝えられたかちょっと心配なんですけど、なんか質問の仕方間違えましたかね。
いや、そんなことないと思います。
あ、そうですか。Apparently, 大丈夫。
I have a bar that has a beer and wine license, and for us, the percentage is important because it allows us to serve it. So I think that the percentage is less about the experience. I agree that making sure that the flavor, I think it was John or someone else that said, making sure that the feeling on your gums is not burning, you know, having a low enough percentage that it doesn't have the mouth feel of a spirit is important. But beyond that, I would look at it from a marketing perspective. Because people that have a liquor license can stock things at a certain percentage, and people that have a beer and wine license can only stock sake as a benefit. I mean, for me, we have a wine bar at a ceramic studio. I'm a ceramic artist. And so for us, it's much more about what are we legally allowed to serve. And so there are a few sakes that we are prevented from serving because they are classified as a spirit instead of as a beer or a wine. And so I would think about it from a marketing perspective in that way.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's a really good point. And I hate our draconian laws in some ways.
So dumb.
That sucks.
ローラさんが指摘しているのはこちらの法律の問題で、ビールとワインのライセンスを持っていたら24度までサーブできるんですよ。なので、そのマーケティングの策略としてその15度ぐらいが一番いいんじゃないかっていう話が出ております。 ですね、ハルシカの今西生命商店の社長様を今まで待たせてしまったことに私今気づき、ちょっとお恥ずかしい思いでいるんですけれども、ハルシカ様の方からなんか最後に質問とかありませんでしたら、本当に長い間ありがとうございましたということで、皆さん本当に時間オーバーしてるので、退社して構わないんですけど、申し訳ないです。私の方から振らなかったので、皆さんきちんと静かに待って話を聞いてくれてて申し訳ないです。
どういたしまして、本当にありがとうございました。こうやっていろんな多分州のところから今日はこの会に出てくださっているのは本当にありがたいなと。その州にハルシカがこうやってティプシーさんのおかげでですね、いろんなところで行ってるのが本当にありがたいなというふうに思っております。
ありがとうございます。He's so happy to see everybody from so many different places in America. He's grateful for Tipsy, he says. Thank you, thank you. So, ハルシカさん、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
Thank you. We all know where to go. You know, Deer Park. I mean, not a park. And then they're walking distance. Just Google it, and it's the closest brewery, I'm sure. And you know, it's a deer logo. You kind of can't miss it, you know. And it's a very classic, very, very famous, of course, famous brand in Japan. So you'll see it everywhere.
一つ、さきこさんいいですか？最後に私ども関西空港がですね、に降りていただいて、目の前からリムジンに奈良行き乗ってもらったらですね、
はい。
ほぼ酒蔵の前に着くんですよ。
おお、すごいですね。
ですから、また奈良に、お越しの際は、奈良ホテル前っていう有名な天皇陛下がお泊まりになるホテルですけど、そこにバスが着いたら、そこから歩いて2、3分なんで、ぜひまた日本にお越しの時はですね、お寄りいただいたらと思います。
素晴らしいです。関西空港って英語で何て言うんでしたっけ？関西エアポート。
キックスでいいと思いますけどね。
Hi. So he was informing us that if you land not in Tokyo, which is Narita and Haneda, but in near Osaka, which is Kansai Airport, there's a bus that goes basically right in front of stops right in front of their brewery. You just have to walk 2-3 minutes from there. So it's very, very easy access. The stop's name is not a hotel, I guess, but their brewery is like right there. So he really hopes that you do make a visit. Please do enjoy their seasonal sake. Okay, I wanted to grab their sake, but it's sold out because it sells out so quickly. 4号瓶の方を見せびらかしたかったんですけど、売り切れちゃってないんですよ。で、秋の冷やおろしとかも、真っ先に売れちゃったのがハルシカさんだったんですね。
すいません。
なので、見せびらかす余地がないんですけど、春の生酒とかは私は美味しくいただいてるんですけど、
ありがとうございます。
So keep an eye out for their seasonal stuff. It sells out really quickly. I couldn't grab the fall seasonal because it was sold out. Like, I needed to like run or something, and I just walked, and it was gone. So keep an eye out for their delicious sake. You'll see more of it. I heard about the request for the Daiginjo, so we'll be adding more from both breweries for Ohyama and Harushika. So keep the comments going, and thank you. ありがとうございました。
ございます。ございます。
All right. Well, I can stay to answer more questions if you have the time. So I can probably stay for like another 15 minutes. 私はあと15分ぐらいお客さんと対談したりするので、皆さんはアイリッシュグッバイって知ってます？何も言わないで消えるっていうアイリッシュグッバイっていうのがあるんですけど、バーとか行った時にあるあるです。トイレ行ったのかなとかって思うといないっていうグッバイ方式があるんですけれども、はい、そういうふうにお願いします。私もちょっと気使っちゃうんで、なんて飲みながらですけど、 本当に今日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much for everyone who's shown up. Both of the breweries have been fantastic sake, so I appreciate it, guys.
ジョンさんがありがとうございましたと。
わかりました。
はい、お酒が両方ともファンタスティックだと言っております。私もファン
Thank
タス
you
ティック
so
だ
much
と。
for your time.
Yes.
いやー、本当にお時間を割いていただいてありがとうございますと。
ありがとうございます。
ローラさん、where are you again? Where are you, Laura?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm in Red Hook, Brooklyn. We have a ceramic studio called Brooklyn Clay that stocks sake and that does partnerships with Japanese artists for making sake vessels.
Oh, that's crazy.
With the Japanese Society of America. And we are looking for sake distributors and we are having a hard time. So if Tipsy wanted to do distribution, we would be open to that.
ローラさんはブルックリン、ニューヨークのブルックリンにいて、陶器のスタジオを持っている。で、そのお酒酒器を作ったりしていて、今ディストリビューターを探しているらしいんですけど、日本酒がそのスタジオに置いてあるみたいです。面白いですね。そんなところもあるんですね。You gotta check that out.
Come and hang out. We would love to do a Tipsy event with
Tipsy
a
and make
We
your
would
own
we would
shuki.
totally go to a tipsy event at your thing.
Yeah, make your own sake cups in Brooklyn.
飲みながら飲みながら自分の手記を作ってみたいな飲みながらはいけないのかな。そんなイベントをやりたいと彼女は言っております。
すみません、質問いいですか？
あ、はい、もちろんです。
皆さんお酒飲む時のお好みの、愛用の手記ってありますか
Oh, he's asking, if you have a favorite cup to drink out of when you're drinking sake.
Oh, well, that's a tough one because.
ローラさん超。
Oh, yeah.
マホさん。
Yeah. Yeah.
I alternate between my wine glass or a sake box, and it depends on. Sometimes with a new sake, I'll try it in both and see which I enjoy more.
You mean the masu?
Masu, yeah.
The wooden masu?
I'm a white guy. I mean, it's the box. It's 10 years. I get a saucer in a box, and I pour it in the box, and it might leak out, but yeah.
So I
found the
have
Riedel
the tasting cup from
I know
the International Sake Sommeliation. Yeah, exactly.
Really? We have a nice
I have that, but the problem with owning a ceramic studio is that I have an enormous amount of ceramics. And so the options are limitless.
すごい、彼女さすが作ってるんで。無限にオプションがある。
めっちゃ強そうやないか、この人ね。
This is a 3D printed sake cup.
マウカップ。マウカップ。
This is one that I made that's poured.
That looks nice. It's really thin.
That's very.
I'm a drinking geek, so what is it they
See the light
recommend?
through.
That's what I
Thank you.
want.
Yeah, I made that.
ジョンさんから逆に、どういう手記で飲むのをおすすめですかと聞かれております。
はい。トミーズは、瀬古さんのワイングラスで美味しいアワードで賞いただいたんで、こういったワイングラスでも美味しいんですけども、はい。で、温めて飲んでいただくときは見えますかね、この平杯。
平杯。
はい。ね。
Yeah, so for chilled wine glass.
ゆっくり飲んでいただくと、また美味しい。
結構大きいですよね、でもそれ。
はい、私、結構お酒たくさん飲む方なんで、大きい方がいっぺんに楽しめるかなと思って、大きいの選びました。
Yeah, so for warm one, he would recommend the one that he's holding, and I made a comment. I think it's a little big for, hirahai usually, but like a lot of Japanese sake cups are smaller, but he's like, well, I like to drink more, like, a fair amount, so adjust to that.
So for cold, a white wine glass. For a warm, you want something with a bigger bowl, a bigger.
Like a hirahai is a little bit flatter.
Okay.
hirahai で美味しいのは、あれですか、その、ベロの端から端までふわっと広がるからですかね。
おっしゃる通りです。で、平肺ですと、この口、結構こう閉じて、って飲むときに、先に当たって、その後こう奥にブワッとこう広がってくるんで、結構お酒の味わいがよくわかる器になってるかなと思います。
So the reason why it's flatter is because when you sip on it, it spreads easier on your whole tongue to the sides. So there's this sensation of it, you know, coming into your mouth and like spreading immediately. And that kind of sensation really helps you enjoy warm sake to the fullest, they think. So that's why they recommend ceramic, so you can sip on it in that flatter shape.
Okay, so I'm looking for a specific kind of vessel, a ceramic wide mouth vessel, not something like a Pinot glass or whatnot. I'm still looking for, or a snifter. Okay.
I bet Laura has one.
She probably does.
Yeah,
and
a
she can show me
ceramic
what to
wide
buy.
like that has a foot so that it's easy to hold.
ローラさんはそのちょっと足がついてるものの方がその持ちやすいから彼女はそれを勧めると言っております。ナイスです。hey, Maho-san is there and she's our video staff, like she's Tipsy staff. I want you to know that she lives in San Jose and she makes all of our amazing videos. I just wanted you to know in case you hadn't met her. So
awesome.
お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
はい、飲んでます。
飲んでます。
かずみさんもいます。かずみさんも。かずみさん has such a tiny glass. She needs to refill.
Not to be pedantic, but he did when he mentioned that wide mouth ceramic glass, he had a name for it, right? Did he?
Hirahai?
Do you have a name for that?
Yeah, hira is flat and hai is a small vessel.
Oh, so you're just saying small vessel wide. Okay, fair enough. I didn't know if it was a specific type of vessel that I could look for. Okay.
Hirahai or something.
Okay, cool.
But we are expanding our sake vessels list, so you'll see that actually launched in a month or two.
Wow, fantastic.
Good.
Yeah, you know, stuff and other stuff. Maho, actually, even though she's video staff, she spearheaded this whole entire project. So she is a girl of multiple talents and amazing hard worker. So we owe it to her for this initial selection. So
Nice
work, because honestly, glassware matters. It really does. I was skeptical for a while in my younger days, but glassware matters.
I know, that's what Yoshida-san said. So, OK です。すみません、1時間半皆さんにご一緒してもらっちゃいました。申し訳ないです。I'm so sorry for going a little over, going for an hour and a half instead of 45 minutes. Thank you so much for joining us. I've really enjoyed all of the comments and the back and forth. We hope we can do this again. You know where to reach us. If you have any questions, send it to tipsy@tipsysake.com. 長い間ありがとうございました。これからもどうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
はい。いつでも質問とかいつでもあったら気軽に連絡していただければと思います。美味しい日本酒をいつもありがとうございます。ゆうじさんがハンドやってるけど大丈夫かなYuji-san's a chef in Boston. He does pop-ups with sake. He's a subscriber and a huge supporter. So Yuji-san はシェフなんですけど、日本酒の 活動とかもしてくれていて、すごく力強いです。力強い心強いです。ごめんなさい。心強いです。はい。Okay. I'm gonna close it soon, okay? I'm gonna miss you all.
It was so great to hang out with everybody. Thank you so much for doing this. It's
And Michael
really
Jackson
lovely.
sake, don't forget. Don't forget.
Well, yeah. It's been great fun. Thank you so much.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Sachiko.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank your guests from Japan. Yeah.
ブラッドさんからもありがとうございますって。
Yes.
皆さん総出でありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
はい。じゃあクローズし
Thank you, everyone.
ます。
ありがとう。
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.